What is going on, everyone? Soss here with yet another video, and today we are talking about the crazy happenings of SmackDown. So we're just going to be going over the Bloodline story, and my goodness, it is getting so many different layers added to it. Well, let's just jump right into it, shall we? All right, so SmackDown started off with a bang. So Cody Rhodes, he comes out and he starts talking his trash to the Bloodline. That there's an ongoing feud between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and the Bloodline, or the Bloodline 2.0 is I think that's what they're being called right now. So what ends up happening is Cody is sitting there talking about how he should be defending his belt to a worthy opponent, and instead he's got to fend off and deal with the Bloodline, right? Well, I guess apparently they panned over and they showed that Randy Orton looked over whenever he was talking about the belt defending. And the funniest part about that is that everybody's trying to kind of like see if they can find those seeds that are being planted for Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, which would be an absolute banger. It would be an absolute banger, but we're gonna have to wait and see because I mean there's still so many layers to this Bloodline saga. So Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, they join with Cody Rhodes in the ring and everything, and then of course NYPD NYPD comes out and starts escorting the fellas out. So they get taken out, they get escorted out of the building. It even shows them being completely like pushed out of the building. And then moving forward, there was a promo where Paul Heyman was talking to Solo Sikoa, and he asked if Jacob Fatu was there. And everybody saw the big news last week whenever Jacob Fatu made his big time appearance in the WWE, and everybody was going crazy. There's been several videos I've seen from creators that are looking at like his top moves and everything. And initially, whenever I looked it up, the dude can move for a big man. So it's a very exciting time. It's a very exciting time. So what ends up happening is Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline 2.0 are going to be having a commencement ceremony for the newest member of the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu. So they come out to the ring and they're all sitting there. Obviously, everyone's booing Solo. They're doing the "We Want Roman" chants, which, surprisingly enough, everybody that knows me knows I'm not a big Roman fanboy. I don't really like Roman a whole lot. With what Solo has put out, I'm ready for him to come back because Solo just ain't it. He ain't it. He doesn't strike me as that mob boss personality that should be running the Bloodline. He just doesn't have that intimidation factor. You know what I'm saying? If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section. But he's sitting there, he's passing around the mic, he's asking everybody to acknowledge him, which I thought was absolutely nuts because as soon as he said, "Acknowledge me," to the crowd, everybody, and it was pandemonium. Everybody was just like booing him and everything. So he passes the mic over to Tama Tonga. He acknowledges him. He passes over the mic to Tonga Loa. He acknowledges him. And then he introduces actually Jacob Fatu as his enforcer. His enforcer. So he has the same role that Solo Sikoa had with Roman Reigns, which I think it's thickening the plot. I think that what that's doing actually is it's contributing to an even deeper storyline because a lot of people are speculating that Jacob Fatu could end up overshadowing Solo. And I know that they were trying to push Solo as the heir to the tribal chief. So it's going to be very interesting to see how things go moving forward. But Jacob Fatu is introduced as the enforcer. And I saw a comment that I completely agreed with. And everyone has said that in the time that Jacob Fatu has been in the Bloodline, he has shown more charisma, toughness, that aggression that you want to see out of an enforcer type role than Solo Sikoa ever showed in his time as the enforcer of the Bloodline. So it's very interesting to see how that goes moving forward. But it comes up to Paul Heyman, and Solo asks him to acknowledge him, and Heyman says, I love you and I acknowledge you, but you're not my tribal chief. Something along the lines of that. And that is the biggest crowd pop that I've heard in a while. And let me just say, Paul Heyman has been masterful in this whole storyline. He has been the MVP of the storyline. I even read that he actually has neglected sleep a little bit. Even his appearance is looking a little disheveled, and it's just playing into that storyline that, you know, he is fearful of what the bloodline has become and everything. And you just know that it's just going to be, that return for Roman Reigns is going to be incredible. It's going to be nuts. But as soon as he didn't acknowledge him, he gets the Samoan spike. And then after he gets the Samoan spike, Jacob Fatu and the rest of Bloodline 2.0, they take Heyman down to the announcer's desk and they drop him through the table. This guy, man, you got to give Paul Heyman his flowers, because this dude, he is an absolute legend. Agreeing to take a table bump, a power bump through a table, are you kidding me, at his age? And all for the storyline. Like, he is selling the storyline so well. And the craziest part about it is just that CM Punk, he was injured and taken out by Drew McIntyre, so he wasn't going to be able to come to the assistance of Paul Heyman. And then you've got Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, all of them, those guys, they all got escorted out by NYPD. So there was no one to save Paul Heyman. And that would have been an interesting way to echo the return of Roman Reigns. But they're holding off. Not really sure what their plans are, but I do know that whenever he comes back, oh my gosh, it's going to be an insane pop. And it's amazing how they have made them to the point where they are pretty much baby faces now, without them even being here. So Roman Reigns, with the assistance of Paul Heyman and with the assistance of the storyline, have both become baby faces. And so their pop, whenever they get back, is just going to be, it's going to be insane. I'm excited for it. So as a wrestling fan, even if I don't necessarily like a superstar, I love seeing return pops. Return pops are probably one of my favorite things in wrestling. I absolutely love seeing crowd reactions, and it's going to be insane. So with all these different storylines going on, and they're all starting to intertwine, and they're all starting to make sense and come together, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. So with that being said, I want to know what your thoughts are on this whole Bloodline 2.0 saga. Let me know what you thought about the Paul Heyman bump where he gets powerbombed through the table. Make sure you drop a like, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and then hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for post notifications so you know anytime I post a video, because I post wrestling content pretty frequently. I post reactions to music, I post vlogs, sometimes some covers, I post a lot of stuff, so you won't want to miss it. And if you get a chance to, make sure you hit up becomelegendary.store. I'm going to be releasing a new shirt soon, and you guys aren't going to want to miss it, especially if you're a pro wrestling fan. But there's a lot of cool things coming up, so make sure you keep an eye out. But with that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.